So, hi guys, welcome to Tech Geeks. Today I am back with the daily Leetcode challenge problem. That's interleaving strings. That's basically a Leetcode medium question as compared to others. But if you're not aware of DP, DFS, then obviously you'll find it a little tricky and difficult how to move forward. So let's see how this question is. Before beginning that, I have shared one opening at Cisco for batch 2023. So if your friends are in the same batch or are you from the same batch, do refer to it. We have many upcoming placements for the session, so I'll be taking up some best ones that are beneficial for each one of you, and will be sharing even the most asked questions for the same. And if there's anything you'd like to know from me personally regarding any company, any questions, interview experience, then do let me know. Okay, now let's begin and see what the question has. Okay, so the question says we have been given three strings, that's s1, s2 and s3. Okay, we have to check whether S3 is formed by interleaving of S1 and S2. Now, what is interleaving? That's what we need to know. An interleaving of two strings is a configuration when they are divided into non-empty substrings, such that, let's say we have a string S and we have a string T. So this S and T are divided into small substrings, such that we have the combination of these, that's alternative combinations of these combined as the third string. You can see this is the best example that's explained. That's the string 1 and that's the string 2. So we have various substrings for this particular string. So AA can be one substring, B, CC is one substring, BC, C. There are so many substrings that could happen. So we are joining these substrings. So let's say the very first substring, that's A, comes from first. Then the next one should come from second. So we have this substring coming from second, that's DVBC. Yeah, length could be different for the substrings coming up. Then the next substring is again from the first one, BC. Then coming for the second one, A, and then coming from C. We have to check that if this can be formed when none of the elements from the first and the second substring is remaining. So you can see there's nothing that's left out, right? So that means this is there is a possibility in this way. There can be many combinations, but you need to check for the combination that's given. So is it possible? That yeah, it's possible. Now let's see what could be the approach. So I have two approaches basically. One is the DFS and one is the uh, you can say DP approach. So both of them are quite valid. You need to keep track of how you're going up. So for the first one, I'll explain you how things go on. Let's say I'll just give you a hint and then we'll go through the code. Let's say the first one is AB, second is D and E, and you can see this is the third substring. Okay, so what we'll be doing in this case is we'll take three, you can say, first of all, yeah, for both the cases the base case would be the length of this plus the length of this should be equal to the length of third substring. If that is not satisfying, then in any case it won't be possible, so you can just skip it. You can see here we are checking like if it's less, or if S3's length is greater, that then if that case it's false. You can even check if it's not equal to, that could also be done. Now we'll create what we'll do, we'll check whether these strings are visited or not. So what we'll take one I here, one J here, and one K that will keep track of this. We'll check is I equals to K or is J equals to K. So for first we got I equals to K. Okay, so that means we'll not increment J, we'll increment I, and we'll increment K. Okay, and this is visited. Now we need to keep that in mind. Coming to D, again we'll check is it equal to I? No. Is it equal to J? Yes. Move forward with J and move forward with K. Again check for the same, is it possible? Yes. Reduce this, come forward. Okay, now sorry, it's not F, it's P. I just wrote this wrong. Yeah, again check. Now J has crossed its length, so we need not to check this. We'll come here, is I? Yes. I is matching with this. Now we can check, is there anything that's remaining in both the strings? No, nothing is remaining. That all the nodes have been visited. Yes, they have been visited. So that means we are doing a depth first search for these. Right? So that is what we need to keep in mind. Like once it is visited, we'll increment I and we'll pass k plus 1. You can see here, if the length is going and if it's fine. So we are doing the DFS for I plus 1, j and k plus 1. But if j is matching, then we are doing for I, j plus 1 and k plus 1. So that's what we need to keep in mind. Okay, this is quite simple approach if you go after. So what we'll do first, we'll check for the length, then we'll create a boolean array that keeps track of the visited nodes. We'll do the DFS for this particular visited node. Same, we'll again check here. Check for the lengths. I should not go greater than S1 length, J should not go greater than the S2 length, and we'll check if they are visited, make it true, else it should be false. Okay. Now checking about the DP approach. Okay. Now DP approach is basically which you all go, like keeping track of the lengths. Let's take just two lengths, the same one, a shorter one we'll do. This is A, D, E and B. So again, very first we'll do is we'll check for the lengths. If the lengths are equal, then only it's possible. If any of the string is also 0, then we'll check the second string should be equal. If not, then return false. So these are three cases that come up in mind. We'll create a 2D array that would be, now this is 2, length is 2, this length is 2. So we'll create a 2D array of 3 by 3. Okay, we'll take m plus 1. Why? Because we need to keep one more. So we'll create a 2D array of 3 by 3 now. See this. We have this array of 3 by 3. Okay, just a minute. We had this array for 3 by 3. Now what we have to do is first is take 0 0 as true. Why? Because we are considering that 0 elements from A and 0 elements from the second one constitute for S3. That's the very first thing that we are taking. Now coming from 1 to m plus 1, that's m plus 1 is 3. Well, less than 3, that's up till 2 we have to check. For dp of I of 0, dp of I is 1. dp of 1 of 0, this place, would be equal to dp of I of 0, that's true, and s1 dot char at 0, s1 dot char at 0 is equal to s3 dot char at 0. Is it true? Yes, both the conditions are true and it's and, so we'll make this true. Coming here again to the second one, this is true, and is I minus 1, that's 1 equal to 1? No, that's false because this wasn't matching now. So this is false. This is how we completed it. Like, we'll keep track of this. Again, coming to the first row, we'll check 0 comma I, 0 comma I and s2 dot s minus 1. Okay, now I is 1, that is 0. Is this 0 equal to this 0? No, false. Okay, again we'll check 0 comma I minus 1, 0 comma I minus 1, this, and is this position equal to this? No. Sorry, this E equal to this? No. So again this will be false. Actually it would be false because the first is also false. So false of and with false is always false. Now we'll run the loop from 1 to m plus 1 and j from 1 to m plus 1. So initially if we talk about this, this is 1 and 1. So for dp of 1 and 1, it should be dp of 0 comma 1. dp of 0 comma 1 and check this, s1 dot char at 0, s1 dot char at 0 is equals to s3 dot char at 1 plus 1 to minus 1. So it's 1. Is this position matching? No. So first one is false. Taking the second condition, it's or, so we'll have to check. Again we'll check dp of 1 comma 0, dp of 1 comma 0, that's true, and s2 of 0 compared with S3 of 1 plus 1, that's 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So is it possible? Yes, that's coming true. Again, coming to the next point. Now J is 2. It's 1 comma 2. So check dp of 0 comma 2. It's false. So obviously first condition is false. No need to check. Checking the second one. Check dp of 1 comma 1. Is it true? Yes. So now we can check for this condition. S2 dot char at 1. S2 dot char at 1, that's E, is equal to S3 dot char at 1 plus 2, that's 3 minus 1 2. Okay, E, is it matching? Yes, it's matching, so this will be true. Coming to the next line now. Now I is 2 and J is 1. I is 2, so dp of I comma, that's 1 comma 1. First of all, we are talking to this condition, that's 2 comma 1, but here dp of 1 comma 1. Is it true? Yes. So now we can check dp of 1 comma 1. If we check s1 dot 1, this b, s3 dot 2 plus 1, 3, 3 minus 1 2, e, is it matching? No, it's false. Oh sorry, we need to check for the second one also. Now coming to this one, I, that's 2, 2 comma 1. Okay, sorry, 2 comma 0. 2 comma 0 is again false, so obviously this would be false. Now checking for the last one, again both are 2 comma 2. So 2 comma 2, check for 1 comma 2. Is it true? Yes. So let's check for this. S1 dot 1, that's B, is equal to 2 plus 2 minus 1, that's 3. Is it equal? Yes. So we need not to check for the third one, and we got this. Now while completing this, the result would be the last call. So you can see this true. This one which we have is our result. So as we go up, this is how we'll go with the DP approach. So this is more beneficial if you know. I hope the solution is clear. If there's any doubt in anything or any particular queries regarding any interview experience or questions, then do let me know in the comment box. Thank you.